You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grande has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
When I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day it goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
What are you, nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, just listen to Phil Grande.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. There's many reasons to listen to a radio show, but I think to listen to my show, you get the truth. You get clarity, and you get great information.
No matter what level of investor you are, Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success.
You know what? Most of all, it's fun. philsgang.com. Clarity, good information, and fun. Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
I signed up, and I've learned an incredible amount from Phil and Steve. The staff at Phil's Gang gives platinum-level service and stock recommendations. You know, it's as simple as that. At the end of a month or so, I've always been in the black. Phil's Gang is a class act. I'm happy to be a member.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. You know, over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. You know, I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
I'm so sick of hearing how great the labor market is, how strong it is, and we're going to cut rates 3 to 6 times. You can't cut rates 3 to 6 times. How can they cut rates when we have a money supply problem, for God's sakes? When you have more money than productivity, that's what I said. Remember, they kept saying they're going to cut rates 3 to 6 times, cut rates. And I kept saying, no, they're not. But that's what they kept saying, cutting rates, cutting rates. You know, I'm so tired of
The problem is, without the Fed being the buyer of last resort for treasuries, long-term interest rates are going to head higher.
I'm not questioning the strength in the economy. It's there. I'm not questioning the Fed's going to cut rates. They're going to.
Oh, really?
The big mattress of money that's cushioning the economy into this landing here tells us that things should be okay, and the Fed is, about to cut rates.
The Fed survey for December finding that cuts are indeed in the cards. Maybe not as aggressively as the futures market has priced in, but they're decidedly in the forecast of our survey respondents. 100% say the Fed leaves rates unchanged this week. 53%, that's the first cut in June 2024. That's the first place where more than half see a rate cut. It moves up to 69% for July. And 4.53% is the year-end funds rate. November 2024 is when the Fed, on average, ends QT, but our 35 respondents are all over the place on that particular forecast.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Lie, lie, lie.
That's right, nothing but a lie. Every bit of that has been going on and on and on. They've been saying that since October of 2023. That's all they keep saying. Rate cuts, rate cuts, rate cuts, rate cuts. And I've been saying, no, there's not going to be any rate cuts. They can't cut rates. They can't, because inflation's too high. You know, you can't continue as they did from 2009 to 2024. Their answer always was, hey, when the market gets in trouble, the stock market, not to worry about it. what we'll do is keep bailing it out. We'll just keep printing money. And we'll buy more treasuries. We'll get interest rates down, and we'll prop the market back up. Now remember, inflation, all presidents, up to Obama, all presidents, they understood the biggest threat to our economy, our entire economy, our system of government, is high interest rates that cause inflation. So inflation always was their biggest threat. Presidents since Washington feared inflation the most because it comes from deficits, comes from spending more money than you take in tax revenues. And they know it can destroy your economy. They're so fearful. Matter of fact, Bill Clinton was the last time he was so fearful that he created a budget surplus. A surplus, for God's sake. That's the last surplus we ever saw. So their idea was, we went from this fear factor of inflation to embracing it. All of a sudden, we had a new generation of presidents. After Bill Clinton, when Baby Bush came in, he created the biggest threat to our entire banking and financial system. Do you remember? He's the one that went to Atlanta and said, I'm going to make sure everybody is going to have a house. Even if you can't afford a house, even if you're not working, you'll have a home. And I'll keep that promise. And you remember, it was easy to get a home because you didn't even have to qualify you didn't have to prove you had a job or you had income. In fact, you could pick your own payment. See, he wasn't fearful of inflation. By dropping rates so low and giving access to low-rate money, so think it was like a time bomb. So he didn't care about inflation at all. No fear. He didn't care. Hey, if you don't have good credit, don't worry about it. We'll give you a house. Payment's too high? Hey, pick your own payment. You don't have a job? Not to worry. Well, you saw how well that worked out. It blew up. It blew up because he had no fear of inflation. What he was doing by printing all this money to get the 10-year treasury yield down so he could create a low rate for the 30-year fixed rate mortgage. And at the same time, the Fed could drop their high rates, which is the rate they charge banks, your bank, to get those rates down near zero. So businesses could go out and people could speculate, do whatever they want. It was crazy. That's what happened. That's what happened. So then we ended up, after Bush, Obama comes in. And since then, from Obama to now Biden, there was no fear of inflation. The whole idea was any time the stock market, like today, is down 727 points, not to worry. Here comes the helicopter money. We'll throw it out the door, not to worry, because we don't care about inflation. What do we care about inflation? You know why they didn't care about inflation? Because you had a new generation of presidents. You had a new generation of people in Congress. They didn't care about the country. They cared about power and wealth. So you had a different culture in Washington, a different culture on Main Street. These people didn't care about the country. It was power in the White House and power on Wall Street. And power comes from money and control. And that's what they did. They kept creating money. They kept increasing the money supply. The most egregious was, if you go back and you take a look at, after the market dropped from 2022, after a 1,200% rally from 2008 to 2012 on the NASDAQ, another 650% rally on the S&P, the market couldn't take it anymore. Rates started to go up from 0 to 5%. The market dropped 26% to October 2022. Now, the interesting thing, from October 2022, rates were going up. Now they moved up to 4.3% by January 2023. But also by January 2003, that market should have kept going down because rates were at almost 4.3%. If rates dropped if the market dropped 25% when rates went from 0.8 to 3.8, why wouldn't the market continue to drop in January 2023 when rates now hit 4.5? And also in that January, what did they find out? What did they know? What did Congress know? What did the president know? That the three of the largest banks were in trouble. So you had these regional banks going broke, three of them. Now, why were they going broke? Because remember, these banks, when interest rates were zero, they're buying treasuries that they could get off those treasuries 2%, 3% income. But when they started to push the interest rates up, the left hand didn't know what the right hand was doing. So all of a sudden, the Fed's pushing rates up from 0 to 4 to 5 and putting the banks out of business. This is unbelievable. More when I get back and where this thing's going to end up. We're down 744.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. What does it take to be a successful investor in the stock market? Developing your skills and learning from an expert like Phil Grande and philsgang.com.
It doesn't have to be hard or complicated to learn how to invest in stocks properly. It's like anything else. You're going to golf, or you're going to learn how to play tennis, ski. You need to be with someone. Learn off of them, one-on-one. Now, that can be really expensive, cost thousands of dollars. But I have a program that you can join for 10 days free.
Go to philsgang.com and sign up for a free 10-day trial. Phil Grande has developed tools to teach you how to invest in stocks properly. Not only when to buy stocks, but how to sell stocks short.
85% of people in the market lose money. Get out of that group by just joining Phil's gang.
Now you can learn to invest like a pro with a pro, Phil Grande. Take advantage of this special offer for a free 10-day trial at philsgang.com.
Try it. 10 days free.
That's philsgang.com.
philsgang.com.
When you listen to the advice of Phil Grande at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard. Things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand. Especially yields. The most important thing is to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grande and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. What does it take to be a successful investor in the stock market? Developing your skills and learning from an expert like Phil Grande and philsgang.com.
It doesn't have to be hard or complicated to learn how to invest in stocks properly. It's like anything else. You're going to golf, or you're going to learn how to play tennis, ski. You need to be with someone. Learn off of them, one-on-one. Now, that can be really expensive, cost thousands of dollars. But I have a program that you can join for 10 days free.
Go to philsgang.com and sign up for a free 10-day trial. Phil Grande has developed tools to teach you how to invest in stocks properly. Not only when to buy stocks, but how to sell stocks short.
85% of people in the market lose money. Get out of that group by just joining Phil's gang.
Now you can learn to invest like a pro with a pro, Phil Grande. Take advantage of this special offer for a free 10-day trial at philsgang.com.
Try it. 10 days free.
That's philsgang.com.
philsgang.com.
Are you a stock market investor without all the information?
What, are you nuts? Market's going up, market's going down. We're getting all this bad information.
How do you invest intelligently? Phil Grande can show you.
If you want real information and you really want to know what the market's going to do and you want the truth, go to my site, philsgang.com, and also listen to me on my radio show every weekday at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com, where you get the truth and you get the information you need about the market.
Phil Grande has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free. If anything, during that 10-day period, you're going to learn how the market really works. You're going to find information that you never had before. You're going to walk away and go, I didn't know that. So join my gang for 10 days free, philsgang.com. And you're also going to learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's kind of silly just sitting there when the market going down, hoping. Why hope when you can sell short and make money? Either way, you make money when the market goes up, you make money when the market goes down. That's the benefit of Phil's Gang. You make money.
Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level.
philsgang.com. Sign up free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grande. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Anytime there's a problem, there'll be somebody that comes to the rescue. Silicon Valley Bank failed early last year. Market was flat year to date at that point. It was only early March. Fed floods the system with $400 billion on its balance sheet. You get towards the end of the year last year, market starts to get a hit in late October, gets down to 4,100. Janet Yellen suspends coupon issuance. Long-term interest rates go from 5 to 380. So I would just say it looks like the fix is in.
Okay. Now remember, from 2008, the fix was in because Obama and Bernanke made a pact then that they're just going to keep propping the market up. They didn't care about inflation because remember, inflation kept their supporters on Wall Street very, very happy because that's how they make money. Remember, the stock market is inflationary. When stocks go up, that's inflation. When they're happy, their stocks are going up. They don't care how much inflation because they're not on salaries. So their artwork's going up, their farms are going up, their agricultural, everything they have, their diamonds, artwork, everything's going up, so they're happy. Before Obama, the other 42 presidents or whatever, they were scared of inflation. They knew what inflation could do. So the most egregious act was, as I said, after the market rally from 2008 to January 2022, 1,200% on the NASDAQ, 650% on the S&P, all fake, all QE, all zero rates. Stocks were going up without profits. That's the big problem with QE when you buy your own stock back. So finally, when rates started to go up from 0 to 5, the market couldn't handle it. The market dropped 25%. Now, that was in October 2022. Now, it's important to remember what happened. October 2022, rates started to head up towards 4.5% by January 2023. And you can ask my members, I said right there, this market should go straight down. The crash should begin right here, but it didn't. I'm going, what the hell's going on? Instead, the market was going up as rates were going up. Well, what did we find out later? They knew in January of 2021 that the three regional banks, were going to collapse. They knew that in January. So They didn't want the market to collapse. So they printed $400 billion between January and March and told their four biggest investment banks to buy Microsoft and Apple to keep this rally going, because they were going to announce in March the three biggest regional banks were going broke. Now, why were they going broke? Because the rates had to be raised from 0 to 5%, because of the 13 years rates were left at 0 from 2008 to 2022 to push an artificial market up of 650% on the S&P and 1,200% on the NASDAQ. It was all artificial. It was all fake. But that was done on purpose by Obama, because he didn't care. He's a new generation. Remember, as a new generation president, they only cared about one thing: power. And power comes from two places: Wall Street and the White House. And you join those two, they own everything. They own everything. And that's what I love about George Carlin when he speaks about them.
You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate.
Yeah, they own everybody. So Obama was in the fix. He didn't care about inflation because he was getting wealthy. Look how he's living. So now what happens when the banks are ready to collapse? Not just these three banks, remember. It wasn't just three banks. It was 180 banks. These were the first three. Now, why were all the banks going to go down? Because when interest rates were at 0.5%, they went out and bought treasuries. They borrowed money at 0 and bought treasuries that gave them 2%. They were so happy, the banks. But all of a sudden, nobody clued the banks in, the 180 regional banks, and say, hey, by the way, we're raising rates again because inflation's killing us. So they're sitting there thinking they got a sweetheart deal, borrowing money free, getting interest at 2.5%. Soon, the rates start going from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. They're broke. They're broke. March, they finally announced they're broke. But what they did is they didn't save the banks. They saved the depositors and let the banks go. Now there's another 180 banks, but nobody says anything. So what do? The market continues from March to July. So think about it. From October 2022 to July 2023, we have three banks that collapsed. We have interest rates that went from 0 to 5%, and the market's going up? What the hell's going on? And I remember that this is nuts. So finally, in July, it couldn't hold that rally. That was a fake rally from October 2022 to July 2023. That 26% rally was so fake it couldn't hold. And it didn't. It dropped 10%. So it went from July 2023 down to October 2023. So think about it. The egregious act of going in and printing all this money to prop the stock market up when the banks were collapsing and interest rates were at 5%, just to prop the stock market up. Then they do it again. What does Yellen do? The market's ready to collapse, go down about 40% in October 2023. How'd they stop it? She stops the coupons on treasuries. So interest rates would drop from 5% to 3%, and we went from October up to January 2024, the biggest rally almost in history, with no earnings. The earnings are horrible. Earnings are horrible. The S&P 500 companies, only most of 493 of those companies, the earnings of the last quarter of December, the last quarter of 2023, no earnings. Earnings are coming from a handful of companies. So now we got this big fake rally we're in right now, and you have all these people jumping in the market, buying stocks. They don't know what's going on. Now today we're down 700 points. You think they're going to do it? You know what they're going to do? These tourists, they're going to buy in a dip. They didn't learn about 2008. They didn't learn.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. What does it take to be a successful investor in the stock market? Developing your skills and learning from an expert like Phil Grande and philsgang.com.
It doesn't have to be hard or complicated to learn how to invest in stocks properly. It's like anything else. You're going to golf, or you're going to learn how to play tennis, ski. You need to be with someone, learn off of them, one-on-one. Now that can be really expensive, cost thousands of dollars, but I have a program that you can join for 10 days free.
Go to philsgang.com and sign up for a free 10-day trial. Phil Grande has developed tools to teach you how to invest in stocks properly. Not only when to buy stocks, but how to sell stocks short.
85% of people in the market lose money. Get out of that group by just joining Phil's gang.
Now you can learn to invest like a pro with a pro, Phil Grande. Take advantage of this special offer for a free 10-day trial at philsgang.com.
Try it. 10 days free.
That's philsgang.com.
philsgang.com.
When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grande has some sound reasons you should join Phil's gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. There's a lot of noise out there in the financial world. Bank failures, interest rates, bonds versus stocks. It's a lot. That's why it's important to find a voice of reason that can guide you through these volatile times. Phil Grande and philsgang.com is where you can find honest, helpful guidance to successful investing.
Get the knowledge and understand how the market really works.
And for a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
When you listen to the advice of Phil Grande at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard. Things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand. Especially yields. The most important thing is to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
You're not alone. 80% of those in the stock market, just like you, lose money. Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Why do they lose? Because they don't know how to short stocks in a down market. That will change once you use my patent Pro 2 color-coded chart. It works. The technology works. And it not only gives you an edge on the upside, but Pro 2 will put a smile on your face on the downside. That's right. Check it out. Free 10-day trial at philsgang.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grande. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join my gang. It's free for 10 days. Now, if you've been listening to me all along, when they came out and they started talking about rate cuts, remember when they started talking about rate cuts? When they're saying cuts, cuts, cuts. That was in October of 2023. From October to about November. That's when they started all this crazy rate talk, because they had to prop the market up, because they knew the market couldn't hold, and it broke in 2022 and dropped to October 2022 25%. And they knew when they rallied the market from October 2022 to July 2023, that 26 or 28% rally would never hold. Because remember, while they're rallying that market, interest rates went from 3.8% to 5%. Stocks go down, not up. And at that same time, between October 2022 and July 2023, that 28% rally, we had the three biggest regional banks collapse: Silicon Valley Bank, First Republic, and Signature. But wait a minute. They knew it was worse than that. There's another 180 banks behind them that are insolvent, because they all had the same problem as the first three, that they're out buying treasuries that gave them rates of 2%, but nobody clued them in when they started to raise rates from 0 to 5%. You think they would have clued them in. They didn't clue them in. And so as rates started to go up from 0, and all of a sudden they're making 2%, now all of a sudden they're making no percent. Now they're in the hole. Boom, first three banks go down. Another 180 banks don't go down. What did they do to make sure 180 banks didn't go down that same March? They turned around and they started this stupid bank term funding program. The same thing they did back in 2008. They just changed the name. And so the banks are going up to the window, the CEOs, and are borrowing money left and right, over $200 billion, so that when the customers come in, instead of a run on the bank, the customers come in and they can give them their money, which they couldn't do with Silicon Valley and First Republic and Signature. So Yellen wanted to make sure that wasn't going to happen again. All the banks are going to go out of business, the 180 banks. Most of them are going to go out of business, but she wanted to make sure there wasn't a run on the banks. Now the problem is these banks that went up to the window can't pay. It's $141 billion. They can't pay the $141 billion back. So to mask all rates from 5% back down to 3% to create a fake rally from October 2023 to today, or to February, yesterday. The market's not down today 700 points because of the year-over-year inflation was estimated to be 2.9. It came in at 3.1. It has nothing to do with it. It's finally catching up. Every time the market gets a hiccup and pulls back, the Fed's like a little red fire truck. They go out and print money, creating all this inflation. But isn't it weird to think about it? Every president, up to Obama, they feared inflation the most because they know what high interest rates do. It slows economic growth. It reduces the dollar purchasing power. It kills the economy is what it does. And they do anything to make sure there's not inflation. Obama was a new generation president. He didn't care because Wall Street didn't care because they don't care about you. The White House doesn't care about you under Obama, didn't care about you under Biden, didn't care about you under Trump, they don't care about you no matter who's in the White House. Wall Street's there to make money. And whoever's in the White House, it's always power, power, power. And if you're Democrats in charge, it's power. You're Republicans in charge, it's power. Nobody gives a damn about you, your kids, your education, is it affordable or not. They don't care. If they cared, would it cost today 42% more for a truck that you bought from Toyota? I'm trying to find the name of the truck. What is it? The Toyota Tundra. in 2021. I think it was around $42,000. Today, that same truck is $72,000. Very popular truck. Wages didn't go up 42%. Do you think they care? I don't care who's in the White House. Do you think any of them care? It's about power. So what you should only care about is be on the right side of the trades, because it's a wonderful place to make money, the stock market. This is the best time to make money, when nobody cares. When people on Wall Street don't care about you, and the White House people don't care. I don't go here, who's in there? They don't care about you. And you get this kind of reaction in the market. So their whole deal is to price the market up. They don't care about earnings anymore. It's called unearned increment, or it's called prosperity without having to have profits. All you hear during earnings season, oh, they beat their estimates. They did? Oh, yeah, they beat their estimates. Really? I got to buy more of that stock. Oh, 28 companies reported this week, and 26 beat estimates. Wow, is earnings season really terrific? Wow. Buy. Wait a minute. They're not telling you earnings were better. They're telling you the CEO of the company knew earnings were going to come in at 5%, and he estimated they'd come in at 1%. He lied. He lied to the analysts. So the analyst goes out and tells everybody earnings are going to be about 1%, but the CEO knows they're going to come in at 5%. Then all of a sudden, the day the earnings come out, it's not 1%, it's 5%. And boy, everybody on CNBC and Fox and Bloomberg, they go nuts. Look at this, it beat their estimates. Look, the gig's up at some point. I don't know if it's now. I'm surprised today that the plunger team didn't come back in today and save the day. I thought by now the Dow would be up maybe the most 200 points. And then tomorrow morning on implied open, it would be green. The market would be up tomorrow morning. And it still could be tomorrow morning, where if we close now down 648 points, we could wake up tomorrow morning and it'll say implied open 65 points to the good. The plunger team can do that. But the plunger team is out of bullets. The gig is up. They've been doing this for how many years? 8, 16, 17 years? And the whole thing has been from 2008 to 2024. Let's never let the market go down again. Every time it pulls back, what will we do? We'll go print money. And we'll go buy treasuries. Forces the 10-year treasury yield down. And then the Federal Reserve then will take their own yield they control and push it down from 5% to 0. And we'll do this every time. And the two most egregious times, as I just explained, was when the three banks were going belly up, for God's sakes. And the market, how does the market rally with three biggest regional banks going belly up? How does that happen? It's called financial engineering, and nobody cared. You think somebody would come out on one of these shows and say, wait a minute, Silicon Valley Bank, First Republic, Signature, they all blew up. Why is the market going up? And interest rates are going up. So why is it going up? But nobody questions, because Wall Street makes more money. They keep rigging the market to go up. There's nothing wrong with rigging the market to go up as long as you're on the right side of it. Because when it goes down, it's going to go down big. The next crash is going to be 50, 60%, and nobody believes that. Nobody believes there's going to be a crash. And everybody's walking around today, oh, do you see the market's down 700 points because the inflation was harder. Instead of coming at 2.9, it came at 3.1. So we're down 700 points. Oh, is that what it was? Yeah. Oh, don't worry, the Fed will fix it. No, you can't. Look at all of this is happening because the government will not stop spending more than the money they take in. That's why you've got to get rid. You got to have term limits, and we got to stop spending more money than we take in. But it creates inflation, and the top 1% get very wealthy, and that's all they care about. Washington, Wall Street.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. There's a lot of noise out there in the financial world. Bank failures, interest rates, bonds versus stocks. It's a lot. That's why it's important to find a voice of reason that can guide you through these volatile times. Phil Grande at philsgang.com is where you can find honest, helpful guidance to successful investing.
Get the knowledge and understand how the market really works.
And for a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Why are investors listening to Phil Grande at philsgang.com?
You know why people listen to my show? Because I make it simple. When you talk about the stock market, they make it so complicated. I make it easy to understand. For the average investor, the Main Street investor, most of the time, these guys, like they're talking to each other. We talk directly to you and we listen to you.
Invest better with the sound advice of Phil Grande at philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. As the new year approaches, make a resolution to challenge yourself to become the best investor you can be. Phil Grande can take your trading to a whole new level. Innovative stock market investing tools and the experience of over 50 years combined to give you the edge in controlling your financial future. As a Phil's Gang member, you're taught the essential strategies of investing using stock charts, training videos, and seminars. It's information Wall Street doesn't want you to know. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grande. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join my gang, and you learn how the market works, and you learn how to invest in the market. Not by you listening to the garbage out there, but by following the money. We designed our own charts. That's what it does. It follows the money. Where's the money going? That's all I care about. Where's the money going? Nobody listens to fundamentals anymore. They don't apply anymore. With today's technology, who cares about fundamentals? Nobody buys stocks on fundamentals. Wall Street makes you believe they do so that you'll stay with your 401k and you'll stay with your broker. That's how they make a living. Come on in the office. We'll go over our bonds versus our stocks, our tech, blah blah blah. Look, it's follow the money. Our charts, any good chart, but ours I believe is the best, not because it's ours, but a chart will take in all information, digest the information, and it spits out the power, the pricing power. The stock's going up or down. Follow it. Follow the money. That's all you care about, is following the money. I mean, how are you going to get anything following fundamentals of a stock? That doesn't make any sense at all, because nobody follows them anymore. Especially with you got this kind of stuff going on. Soft landing? You can never have a soft landing. That's another lie. They've been lying about the soft. How long have I been telling you? Don't listen to these guys talking about a soft landing. It's happened, and nobody tells you it only happened once in 80 years. You're going to be that? What? Are you nuts? You think you're going to be that lucky that we're going to get the one in 80 years? One time in 80 years, a soft landing occurred. It's not going to happen. This is not going to happen. So they keep talking about how they're going to cut rates, because they've been cutting rates for 17 years. So today, the market's going to pull back a little. It's closing on, it's not closing on its low. So tomorrow morning, we could wake up and see, say, implied open, up 35 to the good or up 65, because that's what the plunger team can do overnight. They control the market. They can rig the market any way they want, up or down. But it doesn't matter to us because we follow the money. If they rig it for the money to go in the market, we're there. We'll make money. If they rig it for the market to go down, we're there. We're shorting. The poor people who don't have the skills or the knowledge to short, you're dead, 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 dead. You sit there and you watch your stocks go down and you keep calling your broker, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Why are you doing that? At least if you were in our spider program, that would never happen to you. Because you're going to make money if the spiders are going up. You're going to make money if the spiders are going down. You can't do that with your 401k. You got to be lucky enough that your stocks are always going up. Well, they've been going up for almost 17 years. But you don't think at some point it's going to end? This game is not going to... I mean, at some point... Every time to push the stock market up, they got to create inflation by printing money. You don't think at some point, like the card I told you about, it's up 42%. Everything's up. Don't listen to them when they say inflation's up 3% from 2%. Everybody knows that's a lie. It's up 13%. We go shopping. They're lying to you. They don't want to pay. They don't want to pay the people on Social Security their cost of living increases. They lie. So what we're going to do tomorrow, the most important thing is watch the banks now tomorrow and watch the tech. See where the money's going. If you see people coming in and buying tech tomorrow, okay, because there's only a couple stocks. If you take the Magnificent Seven, there's no more Magnificent Seven. Here, I'll give you an example. NVIDIA has relative strength. As the market was going down 700 points today, the market stayed tight, didn't go hardly anywhere. So it means it's got relative strength. It's got a pattern we call head and shoulders saying it could sell off a little, but it's got relative strength. So if NVIDIA breaks above 751, it's now 718. Wait till it breaks above 751, and if you got better than average volume, buy. And then put a stop in. If it breaks below 664, sell it short. Sell it short. Microsoft, that's starting to break down. The trend in Microsoft's not tight anymore. It doesn't have a nice tight consensus anymore. It's breaking down. So that stock, I'm not going to buy that stock again. And we've owned that stock back in October. In fact, we bought this stock again. We added again in January from 376 up to, I think it was, 409, something like that. But Microsoft is breaking down. It's no longer a power stock. Meta, are you kidding? Meta skipped. Meta traded from one morning, it was at 403. I closed one night at 403. The next morning, it opened up at 453. What the hell is that? Everybody, wow, that's great. That's a strong stock. No! No, it's not a strong stock. It means they used all of their power up. They used all their ammunition up. But they're going to try to sell you on Wall Street. Wow, is Meta strong? You better get in. Did you see what happened to Meta? Meta went from $405 up to a skip between 405 and it went up directly from 405 to 456. Boy, what a strong stock. No. Look at the volume. No. That stock's not strong anymore. Amazon, same thing. It skipped trading. It went from 158 straight up to 167. That's Amazon. Those don't make for strong stocks. So they always want to back and fill. So those two are out. I'm not saying they can't go higher. They can. But right now, I'd rather be in NVIDIA. And it's the only stock holding up the whole market. Apple's out of play. We're short Apple. We're short Apple. And if it breaks the 200-day moving average, we're going to get even shorter on Apple. Tesla. We're short Tesla. We've been short Tesla from around 229. Right now it's down to 183. Google. Okay, that's broken down. No more consensus. Lower, it's got lower highs and lower low. No. So all those, that Magnificent Seven, you only have really one stock holding up the whole Magnificent Seven right now. The whole load, 8,000 stocks, are all banking on NVIDIA to keep going up. Can you imagine? Do you know how big NVIDIA is? The market cap is $1.7 trillion. You know how big that is? If I take 30 of the biggest oil companies, including Exxon and BP and Hess and Conoco, put 30 of the biggest companies together, it's only $1.5 trillion. One stock, 1.7. Are you nuts? I can't wait till we get to a point that thing starts breaking down. You're short. It'll be like a fire drill. Everybody will be jumping out of that thing. So now, if you go to your banks right now, that's it. I mean, you go to your oil stocks. They've gotten very, very weak, and with the economy right now getting weaker, and there's no need for oil. Okay, we're watching them. We're keeping a close eye on them because we want to catch them when they rally big time. Then they will at one day, but not now. So they're out of play. But don't lose track of them. We put what we call a scout on them because as the market keeps going down, like for example, today we've been watching COP all day, COP Conoco. And as the market's going down 700 points, this stock hardly went down. That means the selling at Conoco should be almost over. And we did the same thing with what was the other one we did? Oxy. I think the other one was Oxy. Yeah, Oxy. That's another one. The selling is almost over. So we got to wait on those. And we're doing it in the investment banks right now. Okay, J.P. Morgan got great relative strength. J.P. Morgan, okay, has great relative strength. Didn't hardly come down at all today. That's the one, if the market goes up tomorrow, that's the one you buy. The one that didn't come down today. That's the one you buy. Okay, Goldman Sachs. There's a lot of volatility in that stock in the last 2 days. I'd only go back in that stock and it gets above like 390. Morgan Stanley, okay, that's out of play. Matter of fact, that's a good short right now. We're shorting Morgan Stanley. Citi, okay, that's out of play. Breaks the 50-day moving average, we short that. So again, there's not much in play. The regional banks are getting slaughtered, okay? They're getting slaughtered. But at some point, the regional banks are going to be one hell of a buy. So your oils are going to be one big buy. Your regional banks at some point are going to be buy. But we've been shorting those. So we've been making money as they begin slaughtered. But now we're going to wait and catch them on the way back up. So there's only one thing that's leading this whole market. NVIDIA. A couple stocks. Microsoft. That's it. What are you, nuts? Look, join my gang tonight. Okay? Go to philsgang.com. 10 days free. And you'll learn how to sell short and you learn how to buy. You need both.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to